You're live now, David. Have a great show.
So, welcome everyone. It's morning in Australia. It's a Wednesday. It's the 25th of January, and I woke up really early. The sun is out. It's a blue sky, a very bright day here in Queensland, Australia. So, I had a few thoughts about Buddhism. I'm studying Buddhism. I've been at a Buddhist university for a couple of years, and I thought I would discuss a couple of things about happiness and Buddhism, and perhaps that will help or not. You can disagree or agree with me, and I'd love to hear your insights about what makes you happy, what makes you unhappy, what could be missing in your life, because I feel like we all go through ups and downs, I imagine. And so these kind of conversations are helpful to frame our experience, to guide us forward, to help us navigate life and realize that we're all human. We have, there's a rainy day, there's a sunny day. It's part of this experience, this dynamic experience of change. And having these conversations is helpful. Please put your comments in the comments section, and welcome to our regular people and new people. And I did change my YouTube channel. I was able to put an at David Starlyte, so that's now been changed. So if you look down below on your screen, you'll see that link. So if you do want to check out the YouTube, it's a little bit easier to find me. So that's cool. And you can also send me a message on YouTube that I will get back to any topics you would like to discuss or you'd like me to explore. So I like to begin with a little meditation just to get us in the right mindset. And just as you use common sense here. If you're busy with something, don't stop what you're doing. Keep safe, be safe. If you're driving, then of course carry on driving. Don't close your eyes. So I just need to let everyone know to be mindful of that. So just finding a comfortable seat, comfortable position if you are sitting down. And if you're ready, gently closing your eyes. And as we feel and sense our feet connected to the earth, connected to the ground, gently moving your toes a little bit, moving the parts of your feet that are connected to the ground, so you really get a good sense of your feet and the support that they provide you. And as you do so, feel yourself kissing the earth with your feet. Feeling the love of Mother Earth, of Gaia, this energy of nature, of life that is keeping us alive. She is supporting our life. Feeling her now. Being grateful for her light, for her energy, for her support, her grace, her compassion, her strength, her mystery, her majesty. She is mighty, mightier than perhaps we can imagine. She's all around us, in the air we breathe, in the food we eat. In the house that we live in, the buildings that we work in, in the water that we drink. She's in every part of our life. She's present. We say, thank you. Thank you for bringing us life. Thank you for allowing us to have the freedom of choice to choose what we would like to experience. Thank you for providing us this technology which comes from Mother Earth, that we may listen and connect to other people throughout our planet, share our experiences, thanking her. And as we take a deep breath in and out, we become even more grateful for the air that we breathe, for the environment around us that nurtures us, allowing us to live and be. Breathing in gratitude, appreciation, and feeling her sunshine caress our skin. The sunshine touching us, waking us up, giving us energy, giving us life. Thank you. Thank you for the trees. Thank you for the plants, all of which give us oxygen to breathe. And how beautiful is a tree? Gives us shade. It calms us down with its wisdom. Thank you to Mother Nature, for all creatures, the animals, for the beaches, the lakes, the oceans, the waterfalls, the rivers, the forests, the deserts. And as we breathe in now deeply into our bellies, we become grateful for all we have in our lives, from the small things to the big things. Every part of our life presented for us as an opportunity to experience life, to experience nature, to live on Mother Earth. Thank you. Thank you. And in your own time, you can start to open your eyes, feeling refreshed. Welcome back, everyone. I hope you enjoyed that meditation and connection to nature. What I would like to talk about briefly today is suffering and the antidote to suffering, or what one could think of as happiness, joy, contentment, appreciation. And think of Buddhism and explain Buddhism briefly, because the root of Buddhism is suffering. The root of Buddhism is suffering, the recognition of suffering, and the way out of suffering. So Buddhism is much more philosophy than a religion. It's really a philosophy of what is suffering and how to become happy and let go of suffering. That is Buddhism in a nutshell, more of a philosophy. And the Buddha taught dukkha. Dukkha is the word for suffering. And the way out of suffering is through the Eightfold Path, is through meditation and essentially virtuous behavior. So through virtues, we accept and integrate life, and we appreciate what we have and accept the changing nature of life. So I enjoy Buddhist teachings as they give me these basic philosophies that are fundamental to life, and essentially embodying them makes a huge difference to me. And the philosophy is just really very helpful. So how do we frame our experience in terms of happiness? Because a lot of us, well, I speak for myself, there's days I feel a lot happier than other days. There's ups and downs, turbulence, change. There is a sense of ennui. I just got a message from a friend talking about this ennui, which is a great word. And it's a kind of boredom of fatigue that comes from repetition. It's Groundhog Day. It's another day. And I feel like, especially once you get to 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, it becomes more present, where you're like, oh, it's another day. How do we become joyful and really appreciate having another day instead of, oh, it's another day? So I find there's a couple of things I've already mentioned, and we're part of the meditation. Acceptance is a huge aspect of this. Accepting everything, accepting all of life, all of your life. Gratitude, which is part of our meditation today. Gratitude is really important. And the third thing is living authentically. So gratitude, acceptance, and living authentically, these are all essential aspects and foundations of happiness, and allowing ourselves this greatest opportunity for this sense of wellness and well-being. So there's a couple of things about our identity to talk about, which cause people unhappiness, and especially the older we are, I feel like the more we get comfortable and set in our authentic self, I would call it, who we are actually. We're not trying to be something, trying to be somebody. The older you get, I feel like you relax more into, well, this is who I am. I can change a little bit. And essentially, I'm not going to undergo a fundamental shift and become a different person. And that's quite liberating. That's quite helpful. And you can see it sometimes with older people, that they're a lot more spontaneous and a lot more disinhibited or uninhibited. They just say what they feel, say what they think, without worrying about consequences. So the young people tend to really worry about how they are seen, how they are received, what their identity is, what people think of them is very important often for younger people. So when we have an identity, we decide I'm a tree, or I'm an insect, or whatever it is. I'm a farmer. I'm an artist. It doesn't have to be abstract, or it can be quite an unrealistic identity. There's certain identities that are fairly set, like you're a daughter, you're a son, you're certain identities like that, which are fairly set. But then there's so many that are chosen, that we choose identities. I'm an artist. I'm a morning person. I'm a this. I'm a that. There's so many identities. And then the thing with setting your identity as I'm a morning person, then you'll tend to try to prove that, and try to project that out, and try to pretend that you woke up early even when you didn't wake up early, for instance. So you're trying to project, you're trying to prove. It can take a bit of energy to prove your identity. And also people tend to seek this validation to gain happiness. And this is a faux happiness. This is not an authentic happiness. It's a fake happiness, because it lacks foundations. The foundation of the self is really an essential question. Who are we really? And there's many definitions. It's important to get really core, really simple. It can simply be, ask yourself, who am I? And keep asking yourself, and journal that, who am I? And you'll probably get to something really core, really simple. That's just an essence. Because beyond the physical, beyond your age, your gender, your national identity, religion, political philosophy, you're more than all those things. You come down to essences, come down to an essence. So coming back to this point, authenticity is really important. When you let go of all the show, let go of all the trying to be something, trying to project an image, then it allows you to relax, and that's helpful. That's more a state of acceptance or grace, because I feel like ultimately acceptance is really key, because the more we resist, the more that we suffer. The more we resist, that persists. The more neutrality, equanimity, I would say, without aversions, without attachments, that we can accept our life with this equanimity, the more we can understand that life is always changing. It's always got what the Buddha called dukkha. It's always got suffering. It's always got trauma, pain. That is part of life. If we can accept it, then we can transcend it. Then we can work with it. So we can live without resistance. That's the key. Now, I find in my life stagnancy is often an issue. Feeling stuck, because why do we feel stuck? It's often because we're just doing the same thing, or we're not doing that. For me, I'm just not doing that much, for instance. So movement is really important, and being challenged. So it could be, when I get up in the morning early, go for a hike or something like that, I feel revitalized. I feel the energy flows. There's a change. There's a growth. There's movement. So this is key for removing stuckness. It's change, and often for me personally, I know movement is really important. So the more stagnant or stuck we feel, the more movement we need. So often physical movement is really helpful to shift this energy. But in terms of unhappiness, I feel like often the more stagnant we are, the more unhappy we are. This is so why do we get stagnant? We get stagnant because we're comfortable. So comfort can be the thief of joy. It's important that we accept a certain challenge, and we accept a certain sometimes a short-term unhappiness, and this is where discipline comes in. A short-term unhappiness for me, that's being woken up at early in the morning at 6 a.m. for me is early. And sometimes I wake up myself at 6 a.m., but sometimes there's a jarring noise outside, and that's a short-term unhappiness. So when I can shift my sense of expectation and shift into an abundant possibility mindset of gratitude, then it really helps. But also acknowledging that you don't have to be happy all the time. And I feel like there's certain cultures, for instance, in America, some people have this sense of, oh, every day there should be rainbows. And if they're not rainbows, something's wrong. And that probably comes somewhere in the education with, I don't think that was the same 50 years ago, 100 years ago. Recently, young people have a sense of expectation of how things should be. And there's this entitlement of, I should be happy all the time. I should have everything I want. I should have everything I need. And other people should give me what I want, should give me what I need. And that's not a formula for happiness. That's not going to help people be happy, because acceptance is important, challenge is important, growth is important. And I feel like a growth mindset is a wonderful perspective or framings to have in your life, that you're always growing, that you always allowing change, because the only thing that is a constant is change. And I know we resist it, and we all do, whatever our capacity. There's some resistance that you don't want things to change. It's the only thing that is always true, that is constantly true, is that things are changing. Things are in motion, in perpetual motion, and so accepting change is such a fundamental philosophy. Appreciation, I feel like our meditation this morning, if you're online, that was something that every day aligns us to what is real, aligns us to what is important, and shifting our sense of gratitude to what we have instead of what we don't have. What we have, we must be breathing. We have air, we have shelter, we have a bed, perhaps we have a blue sky, sunshine, food. There's so many things that we have, and that is really going to build an abundance mindset and an opportunity to attract more possibilities, attract more abundance, because the more you appreciate, the more you will have to appreciate. And it does often take the small things, appreciating the small things, and realizing perhaps where other people live in the world, what other people don't have, and what you have where you live in your country, because everyone that's online here has some connection to technology, for instance, which indicates that they have some advancement or access to technology that other people don't have. And it is a mindset. It's a powerful mindset. So for me, these are such fundamentals, and yet we forget them. And I'm talking about things. It's also for me to embody and for me to know these things as well. I'm not talking outside of myself. I'm including myself in this conversation, because for me to accept everything is important. It raises vibration. It raises our sense of mind. It raises, it allows us to be more heart-based, to more be in our hearts, to realize what we have. And I'm looking at the comments. If anyone, I'll just have a quick look. Hi, Marie, welcome back. And hello, and Eva and Anonymous. Welcome, Anonymous. Crystal from Canada. That's wonderful to have you, Crystal. Kamaniki. And hello, Seashells. And I'd love to hear about what makes you happy, and talking about things that make you unhappy, perhaps, and sharing what makes you happy, because I feel like often the power is within us, and we seek validation from outside. We look outside of ourselves to gain happiness. We look to other people. We look to the universe. We look to God. We look to everything outside of ourselves, and the power in your life is in you. The power in your life is in you. You have the power to change, not outside of you. And all the great spiritual teachers said the same thing. Hi, Helen, welcome. Info entertainment. The power in your life is in you. So you have this power. So never look outside of yourself, or always look within, and start now, because now's the time to have more gratitude and choose to be happy. Choose to be more grateful. Choose to be happy, because you deserve happiness. And allow this to become an impenetrable part of your energy field, your alignment, an impenetrable feeling to accept and appreciate everything in your life. Accept and appreciate everything in your life. And Bushra, I feel blessed to have brought 3 more lives into this beautiful world. So that's a wonderful blessing, and that's a beautiful perspective, and I'm sure they are lucky to have you too. And Helen, it's true, it's hard to get out of a dark place. And what I was saying before is that movement is the most important aspect. Take a small step or a big leap, but movement is the key, because when you get on a plane, get on a train, it just shifts the energy. Your body moves through space, your mind moves through space, and it helps shift you out of your routine, your stagnancy. But also accepting sometimes that accept unhappiness, also without resistance. So what we resist is really causing us suffering, and often accentuates or builds the unhappiness, because we focus on the unhappiness and we go, this is why I'm unhappy. This is why I'm unhappy. It makes it bigger and bigger. So our thoughts are so powerful, what we choose to focus on. Thank you, Marie. That's beautiful. I'm grateful for the air, the food, the earth, and I'm grateful for my life and the rest unfold. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. So we are going to do some readings. I think it's such an important topic, just to journal the things that make you happy. So I want to encourage you to actually write down with a piece of paper and a pen the things that you're grateful for. And this is just such a wonderful practice. And I know I've been to families where they've sat at dinner or lunch or whatever it is, and said a prayer and shared what they're grateful for. And some of them, I really felt excited, by that family. And I thought, these kids, every day they sit down and they say, this is what I'm grateful for today. This is what happened to me at school. This is what I learned. I'm grateful for my teacher. I'm grateful. And I felt really blessed and uplifted by that practice. And I would encourage, if you come for dinner, I would encourage us to go around the table sharing what we're grateful for. And perhaps you can come on the show and share the practice of gratitude in your family and your close circle, how that changed the energy, and how you found with that experience, what you found from doing that exercise. I'd love to hear. I was watching something on Netflix, which is about the Thai cave. I don't know what they call it, but the kids the kids were stuck in a cave for 20 days or something insane, something crazy. And it was just very moving and poignant to see this situation unfold, and how people were in enormous sense of enormous challenge and tragedy, that they were able to come together and give freely and share themselves. And there was so much kindness that people showed, and so much goodwill, so that it was very inspiring. And I was also quite moved that one of the main actors who was the soccer coach, he played a leading role in helping the kids. He was the only adult with the kids, and he taught them to relax, to meditate, to be focus on their breath, to be really calm, to accept the situation as it is. And the actor that played that role, not the real person, but the actor that played that role on Netflix, actually passed away after filming this series, and that was quite a surprise. That it was also added to the poignancy of this lead actor who was wonderful. He was really wonderful, that he actually passed away shortly after the filming of this disaster, or whatever you want to call it, the kids stuck in the flooding cave. And all of those kids were saved. So it was so many heroes in the story. There wasn't just one hero. It's called, let me just get the name, Cave Thailand Rescue. It's on Netflix, and I think it's called Thai Cave Rescue. Thai Cave Rescue. And it's it came out I think about 4 or 5 months ago. And 12 young boys and their soccer coach were trapped in a flooded cave in Thailand. And there was this collective international effort to help them, to save them, which ultimately was successful. All of the kids were saved. So it's a very inspiring story. And as I said, the lead actor actually passed away after that. So you have this almost fate or destiny that came in with that. So yeah. So let's see. Yeah, thank you. You can look in the comments section, and there's a link in the comments section. And really, I felt like it brought to home the topic of happiness and gratitude, and it brought the context of that, whatever people had, because in that part of Thailand, a lot of people are farmers, a lot of people live on the land and have very little material wealth, or what in the Western countries would be considered material wealth. And yet they came together with such grace, and it brought people together. The tragedy brought people together, and it was a miracle that those kids were saved. It was a real miracle. So there was a lot to be grateful for. So today we will do some readings. Marie, we're gonna do a reading for you. Thank you. I just saw your comment. Just looking through the comments. Yeah, so I'm gonna start with Marie. So we're just gonna clear the energy. Marie, taking a deep breath. And thank you for coming again, Marie. So I'm feeling with you, Marie, that this year it's calling you to reflect on what you've done in the past, where you've been, the context of your life. Really look at that, reflect on that, and see what lessons you've learned. What lessons have you learned from that, Marie? And then outline how you would like to live your life. And this show is really helpful for framing what you would like to experience, how you would like to, what you value, what you appreciate, what you would like more of in your life, and it's calling you to take personal responsibility. And I feel like everyone needs to hear this message that happiness is not outside of us, that there's no magic pill, that there's no one that's going to give us something and suddenly everything falls into place. And I'm thinking of the I don't know if you know much about people who win lotteries, and often they end up quite miserable. Often they lose all the money, and they have a lot of fights, and everyone wants to take their money, and they end up more unhappy than they were before winning the lottery. The lottery gives them more problems than they can deal with, and they start to wish that they never won the lottery. So that's a message for you, Marie, that it's not outside of you, that happiness is going to come from within. And really take an inventory of your life. Journalings will be good for you, Marie. And I'll see if there's more cards that have a specific message for you. All right, so there is some kind of masculine figure in your life that's either, I feel like he's coming in, that you it's in the last 3 weeks. He's coming in, and he's becoming more a stabilizing factor, helping you deal with family and emotions in a more balanced approach. It can be a love romantic possibility with this new man in your life. He's a little bit more equanimity. He has more equanimity. He's thoughtful and aware. And whether he's a friend or a love interest, he's going to bring a bit more stability and help you emotionally, just balance things. That's for you. Balance is really important. So I have received a card for you, Marie, that is the Angel of Balance. So that is wonderful. And Angel of Balance. And so being centered and honoring your choices is really important. You do have a destiny that you do have a destiny that you're being drawn to. And what it's saying is you need a solid foundation of personal balance to bring you to that destiny. So there's been a little bit of times when you've been out of sync in the past, and it's saying, I come back to equilibrium, become conscious of balancing your goals, physical and emotional energy. So like what we were talking before, finding when you do get off center, you can even call in the Angel of Balance to guide you in the right direction, to a more peaceful and centered outcome. But keep affirming to yourself, Marie, I live in a balanced and centered universe. As I care for myself, so life will also care for me. There is, in addition, there is another card that's come in for you. It's a Goddess card, which is the Intuition card. So it's saying that the intuition is calling you, and you need to get out of your own way. So there is you do have this intuitive calling. It just needs to be balanced. So that's your reading, Marie. Just quickly, and we're just having a look. I'm seeing at the bottom, I don't know what your name is, Flea Little Piggy. So I don't know if that's a real person, but definitely I encourage everyone who comes on to please use your full name, your first name and last name, because otherwise I don't really know who you are. And this is a reading show, so we do some readings. But just remember that, we need to know your name, and it just helps. It really helps me because you're a real person. So what's your name? Because if you are a real person, we can do a reading. If you can also put your picture, that would really help. If you can, when you come onto the show, if you can have a real name and a picture, it really helps. And I would really appreciate that. Tabitha. So Tabitha, you're asking for a reading. Will Scorpio keep his promise? I don't really know what that means, Tabitha. So perhaps you can explain. Yeah, so let's just look at the cards for you and see what's coming up for you, Tabitha. You're getting a romantic card. There's definitely a positive outcome. So we're getting a positive outcome for you, Tabitha. I would say that's really good card. Positive outcome, so success, achievement. That's coming to you. There's you are going to accomplish and get external success as well. But there's an inner change that also you've been calling in, and that's an accomplishment that comes from your effort. So there is this there is a success, and that's brilliant. There, in terms of romantically, this is a real opening here. This is your heart is opening a bit more to the experience. And I feel it's someone you've already met, although, this card could also be someone new that's coming in. But I feel this is someone you already know, and the energy is strengthening and becoming stronger. So there's this energy potential that's growing with you. But it's calling you to honor yourself as well. So self-love is going to be the key for you. So don't keep looking outside of yourself, or don't keep looking at someone else for all your needs. Really focus on shifting that perspective to giving yourself what you need, and being strong in a sort of autonomous, non-needy way. So too much neediness is not helping you. It's saying be strong in yourself, and open up your heart with more tenderness, more of a heartfelt energy. So really positive cards for you, Tabitha. And I'm just looking at another card here, which is telling me that being grounded is going to help you in terms of stability and security. There's a little bit of energy. Your energy is kind of flowing in different directions. So focus on the strength and stability of being grounded, of the first chakra, being stable and secure. And that stability is gonna really help you with your energy, with your relationship. It's going to shift things. So don't look outside of yourself. Don't neediness is not the right energy for you. focus on stability and balance internally, and that's going to be really helpful. So I do prefer people who have their own names and faces. Thank you so much, Tabitha. I'm looking. So Linda, were you looking for a reading? Linda, Maxi. How about we do Marie? We did Marie, right? I get confused. I'm sorry. How about we do seashells? How about we do seashells? Okay. All right. So let's do seashells. I see the. Okay, let's do seashells. So thank you, seashells. Your face is there. I can see you. That really makes all the difference for me. A real person. I can see you're not a troll. You're real, a beautiful person, and it just helps me to tune in. And so thank you, seashells. I really appreciate it. Okay, so seashells, I'm drawn to another oracle deck. So we're just going to have a look at any message. Was there anything specific you were looking for, seashells? And, also, seashells, your name is Marie, but all I see is seashells. So I don't know, is that people call you seashells? So that's why it does create a lot of confusion for me, like what people like to be called, what their name is, what their actual name is. Do you know what I mean? Seashells. So I keep calling you seashells, but your name is Marie. So apologies for that. I don't know what you like to be called. All right. So let's get focused on Marie. Okay. Well, there's some kind of birthing energy coming out for you, Marie. And that's like a mother, a feminine energy that's coming forward. I'm just going to see what that means in terms of your direction, because there's definitely it's a birthing card. So I feel like you are already a mother. This is a reminder that you are energetic. This is an energetic reminder. So this is saying that you are a child of Mother Earth. You're a child of the cosmic energy, the cosmic mother. So that's what it's saying, to remind you that you are, if you separate yourself from all of the things you see in your life, energetically, see yourself as connected to a portal of life. And this is a beautiful Mother Earth of the cosmic energy that's able to produce life, to produce energy. And it's a very powerful card, which is saying that there's deep love in Mother Earth. There's deep love in the cosmos, because it's not just Mother Earth, it's also a cosmic energy, but very ancient. So I feel like this card is reminding you of your birthright, your femininity, your creation and creativity, being from source energy, from being birthed of the divine mother, to also to mother yourself, and not just mother others, but to mother yourself, but really step into sacred femininity. Sacred femininity. So I feel this is a really beautiful energetic card. And you can imagine the cosmic mother cradling you. You can imagine her as a sacred vessel holding you. And I feel like this energy is going to be very transformative in your life, and it's really a profound mental and energetic shift outside of struggle, because I feel like there's so much struggle that's in your way, and a lot of it is mental. A lot of it's almost like you think things annoy you and things should be a certain way and nothing's happening for you, and so this is reminding you of a deeper truth, a deeper source, that you're part of the cosmic mother. So really pray over this energy, this divine energy, and whatever your religious tradition, use that as a portal to open up a pathway to your divinity, because I feel like somehow you've lost that connection to the divine, and you've lost that feeling of who you are at a soul level, your source. It's important you connect to this truth, this divine truth of love, of something beyond just the surface level, because there's a sadness within you, a sadness of I'm not enough, a sadness of I am not enough. And this card, it's the messengers are really coming to you, Marie, and they're saying, Marie, you are seeded by the cosmos. You are life itself. You have all this essence in you that's beyond words, beyond any thoughts. It's an energy of life force, of cosmic vibration, more something you imagine in your DNA. It's something very intrinsic to your nature, intelligent, an expression of divine intelligence, cosmic intelligence. And this divine intelligence at its root is sacred. So this is saying, Marie, that you've forgotten this, and I'm here to remind you, the guides are here to remind you that you have that within you. You have the sacred seed within you. So thank you so much for coming, Marie, for coming, and I hope that helps you. And please, and please be blessed. My prayers are with you, and thank you so much. I'm looking at the comments section, clearing the energy. I think there was someone else who asked for a reading, someone anonymous. I think we're going to do one more reading. We'll do anonymous. And just a reminder, next week we're going to be back at the same time. And please, if you can put a name and a picture, it would really help me. So we have anonymous, who is Linda Maxey, and let's just clear this energy. Okay, Linda Maxey. Okay. So Linda Maxey, I'm definitely seeing I'm seeing a family around you. I feel family is important. There's There's definitely a sense of stability in a masculine figure. I'm just placing this energy. There's a sense of a happy family around you. And the next, just pick another card and see what comes up. Well, this card is indicating a soul tribe. That there's a soul tribe, and it's that soul tribe is. I feel like it's you're being connected to another group of souls, and this is a sort of creatively weaving or something around the planet. So this connection is really important, and it's so see if you're being called together in any groups of people. That's part of your mission at the moment, and it's calling you. The souls have agreed to be here at this time in history to heal and shift the planet and raise consciousness. So there's your soul tribe is calling you, and there's a real longing within you to connect to the soul tribe. And it's also saying to me to choose now to show up, to be seen. That's important, to be seen. In terms of the other cards, there's a big healing going on within you. So the healing, it's definitely a healing going on at the moment. So Linda, there's I feel like you actually have a healing energy. So there's healing energies flowing to you. It's a powerful healing energy of divine consciousness. So there's a higher consciousness in this reading that I'm seeing. There is a powerful entity that's helping you bring resolution in a physical and mental, emotional, spiritual way to unblock any stuck energy and revitalize your life. So you may have felt a strong presence of this transformation, and so this healing is awakening within you. So let's just have a look at this other card, Linda. Yeah, I feel like it's saying that having fun is really important at the moment, that you need to just relax a bit more, that there is some kind of energy coming in for you, a masculine figure. So I'm seeing a masculine figure. And this could be a work connection or an opportunity that comes to you as a within a masculine body to give you support. So there's definitely a masculine figure coming forward. So just look out for that. That could be really interesting. But essentially, just to conclude your reading, Linda, it's your perspective is important. You are receiving assistance at the moment. Just be open to that, and things are going to work out for you. Okay. So thank you, Linda. And if there's anyone else, I think we're going to end with a short meditation. So as we shift our energy again, clearing all energies past in all timelines, shifting and clearing anything, any energetic debris that we carrying around with us, letting that go. Deepening your breath and welcoming in the present moment once more. This present moment offers all possibilities. Breathing in joy, breathing in new energy, new possibility. And as we do so, relaxing our whole body, raising up our hands in a prayer position in front of our hearts, in front of our brow, our third eye, on top of our heads, and gently coming down to your face, touching your face with your hands, caressing your face. Gently bringing this healing, beautiful, glowing, high vibration energy into your face, into your day. And when you're ready, you may open your eyes. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here today. You can feel free to look at my YouTube site and share this link, and we'll be back next week. So thank you, everyone. Bye.